Hello everyone. As your trusted Solana, Sol, trading advisor, I'm delighted to present a polished and reader-friendly outlook grounded firmly in verified news and technical signals about where Sol might be headed next. The community overwhelmingly approved the Alpenglow upgrade, with 98.27% support from stakers and 52% participation. This upgrade introduces new consensus protocols Votor and Rotor, drastically reducing transaction finality from 12 seconds to 150 milliseconds. An enormous leap in speed and network capability. After the approval, Sol price momentum surged, reflecting renewed bullish sentiment and technical optimism. Analysts envision Sol reaching $300 by 2025, supported by growing institutional flows, ETF expectations, and robust on-chain demand. A golden cross in moving averages alongside an ascending triangle pattern facing resistance around 220 suggests that if this level is broken, the next target range would be 270 to 300. With the Alpenglow proposal entering the voting phase, Sol outperformed many altcoins. Price climbed to around $211. Daily trading volumes surged 43%, and retail sentiment reached an 11-week high. From your 1-hour chart, Sol is consolidating in the 210 to 212 area, stabilizing after rallying from near 194. The convergence of short-term moving averages highlights a tight range, setting the stage for a potential breakout. A decisive move above 217 to 220 could trigger a sharp advance toward 230 to 240, and possibly 300 if both technical and fundamental momentum hold. If support at 200 fails, a retracement toward 180 to 195 could emerge, particularly if macro conditions sour or technical momentum weakens. We are currently positioned with Sol rallying above 200, buoyed by the monumental Alpenglow upgrade's overwhelmingly positive approval. If Sol pushes through the 217 to 220 zone, we could see upward thrusts to 230 to 240 or even 300 under favorable sentiment and institutional backing. Historical technical patterns including the Golden Cross and Ascending Triangle lend credence to these targets. However, a breach below 200 would raise caution for a potential pullback toward 180 to 195. Key levels to watch are breakout trigger 217 to 220. Support at 200, short-term targets 230 to 250, and stretch target 300 plus if momentum persists. Let's remain adaptable and informed. This setup looks promising, but risk management will be crucial as always. Looking further into the future, it is important to remember that these are only projections, not certainties. If Solana maintains strong ecosystem growth in DeFi, NFTs, and gaming, the next 1 to 2 years could see Sol testing the 360 to 400 range as developers and institutional players deepen their involvement. Some highly optimistic models even speculate that under extraordinary bullish conditions and widespread adoption, Solana could push toward 500 or beyond, though this would require an extremely favorable macro environment and steady innovation from the network itself. On the other hand, we must also be prepared for more conservative or even bearish outcomes. If global markets enter a downturn or crypto liquidity weakens, Sol could revisit long-term supports around 150 to 160, creating an extended accumulation phase before any attempt to climb higher. Therefore, while the near term looks constructive with breakout potential above 220 and medium-term targets up to 300, the longer-term future remains uncertain. Investors and traders should treat all of these projections as scenarios rather than guarantees, adjusting strategies as new data emerges. The takeaway is that Solana currently sits at an important crossroads. Holding above 200 keeps the bullish case alive, and breaking past 220 could ignite the next leg higher. Yet, vigilance is essential, as the line between opportunity and risk is often thin in volatile markets. This is a forecast based on available information, and not financial advice. Always remember, these are only predictions, and the actual future may unfold differently.